presentation. First part is introductions, findings, conclusions, recommendations, and finally is varieties of RMIT clubs. So let's come to the introduction. Nowadays, apart from academic curricula at school, extracurricular activities are considered as an important part of student life. So that's why our survey is necessary. Our survey is conducted by a quantitative questionnaire and is responded by 26 students at RMIT with the aim to find out the quality of clubs for better improvement and as well as the factors that make people decide to join in the club. Next, I will introduce briefly about our findings. The first findings is assessment of students about clubs at RMIT. And the second and the third findings, irrespectively, is why do and don't students join in the club. So let's move to more detail. He will tell you about first findings of our clubs.
Looking at the graph first, we can see RMIT club seem to fulfill most of the demands of especially in coach and effective activities. We can see while sharing the same number of normal options with coach activities shows higher good options around 11 months. As for facilities and practice time, there are several complaints. In particular, more than 1 in 10 of respondents suppose that the practice time is just not good enough. And overall, despite some complaints about the facilities and practice time, we can see RMIT students seem to satisfy with the quality of the clubs. Turning to the staff assessment, except for one complaint about, which is the green one here, we can see most of the people seem to satisfy with the staff service, accounting for 96% in total. And we will move to the presentation.
According to our research, we found that the advantages of our club is there are three main reasons that people want to join our club is that the improvement, they want to improve their skill and experience in clubs, and they want to develop their social aspect. For example, they join the environment club to protect the environment, or they want to relax, like sport clubs. Nearly half of the people we have doing our survey has to answer that they want to improve themselves while joining club, and the other are similar to the number of the others seem similar to each other, that they want to improve in their social aspect, to fulfill their passion or want to relax. Even though there are 77 people who found that they feels like who have bad feedback about the school club, we have to research how and reason to improve our school club to be better. There are three main reasons that they have a unsuitable time schedule, and then they don't have a variety school club for them to join, and they don't interested in clubs. And you can see it in the pie chart.
Okay. As we and Hiền give many ideas in the finding, so to sum up, I will give the conclusion. So first, as we know, our RMIT clubs is equipped with many modern facilities, and it's also hire the professional coach for the training. And besides that, it also have many advantage, bring many benefit to the student. For example, it helps student to make to have a chance to make more new friends with around IMIT University, and then it also helps students to develop the skill and some experience from the social aspect, and it's also a way to help students to get out of stress after the study hard all day, and however, there are still some shortcomings from clubs that students find that the entrance fees for the clubs is maybe higher, so they don't want to join. Another reason is that they can't find in the suitable clubs with their ability, their hobbies, and last reason they can find a suitable with the schedule, because especially English student, they study on in the morning, and in the afternoon they have to do many homework, so it's really hard for students to participate in many clubs in the afternoon. For example, like futsal club, they start in Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. Because of that reason, many students can attend in the futsal clubs because they have study in this class. And as the number of students take back studying at RMIT, so clubs have to be improved for the demands of the student. So I will give some recommendation to handle this issue. The first thing is that RMIT clubs should create more activity or attractive activities for the student. For example, in clubs day, they need to be so the second, they need to be lower the entrance fee, and the second thing is that RMIT club should should improve the quickness. For example, as we know, RMIT University has only one sport hall, and if two clubs practice in the same time, it will no available place for other clubs. So I recommend the campus management build more sport halls for the student at RMIT. And finally, RMIT club should encourage students to participate in club and should offer the suitable schedule for students. For example, they can practice in the weekend, so it will help students to have chance to attending clubs. So it's the end of the presentation.